Hello everyone and welcome back to another TSW2 Rush Hour video. Today I'm going to be checking out the new article DTG released talking about the London commuter route, also known as the Brighton Mainline. Before we get into the video, I'm going to ask all of you to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you would like to support me even further, consider becoming a channel member with the link in the description. Let's get right into it. So we have the first picture. I believe this is maybe of Clapham Junction or East Croydon. It says the third and final route in the Rush Hour season ticket. The London commuter route is coming soon to TSW2. So the station looks nice. One thing I can note is the poles. It looks like those are Southern poles, like Southern branded poles with the white and green paint scheme instead of Network Rail with the white and blue. It's a small inaccuracy or whatever, but it is something that is easily noticeable. Moving on, it says jump in the cab and take control of packed trains filled with commuters, tourists, and holiday makers, immersing yourself in the Brighton Mainline, one of Southern England's busiest passenger routes, and travel between London, Victoria, and Brighton, experiencing over 50 miles of varied terrain and landmarks from the sprawling cityscape of central London to the undulating countryside of the South Downs. TSW2 Rush Hour London commuter will be arriving soon. And here we have a picture of, I believe, the Battersea Power Station with a couple of cranes that look interesting to say the least. But I assume those cranes are maybe construction works on the new London Underground Northern Line station to Battersea Power Station. I'm not completely sure. But the picture does look nice. You can see the Class 377s have had some revisions done to them. You can see the PIS screens look a bit different, and you can see the 377/1 instead of the 377/4. So that is a nice addition. And if you look over here to the side, you can see the calling gas stations on the side PIS of the 377, which is a needed feature. It's something all of us have been requesting for a little while now, and I'm glad they have included it. The route looks nice from the two pictures that we've seen so far in this article. I see that it is just the 50 miles between London, Victoria, and Brighton, and that was originally expected. So that means no London Bridge branch, but we are getting, I believe, the Reigate branch with the route. I believe that's the branch that GWR trains, some GWR trains run along. Moving on, the highly detailed and fully licensed Southern BR Class 377 EMU and Gatwick Express BR Class 387 EMU feature in this exciting new route, giving you the choice of busy local passenger and fast-paced express commuter services. Now, highly detailed, yeah, they say that about every train, and then we just end up finding OD inaccuracies with it. So we have to see with our own two eyes in the preview streams or when the route releases if they are telling the truth about these being highly detailed but fully licensed. Now, I don't know if they're just referencing the fact that, well, they have the trains in the game, they are licensed by Southern and Golvia Thameslink, or if they mean fully licensed as in they got automated announcements. That's one thing I'm interested in learning, because if they did get automated announcements, that's going to be a real big feature on this route, and it's definitely going to be a huge selling point for it. But it says additional layers are also added for a variety of units and locomotives, making this an incredibly busy route at certain times of the day. You can find out more about these in our next article. As you can see in the picture, we have a Class 465/9 pulling out of London, Victoria. This is what we want to see. We have Southeastern AI trains now on the route, and that's gonna be a great addition, to be completely honest. You know, they run some services out of London, Victoria, and run along the Chatham Mainline or the Southeastern Mainline. So it's nice to see them in the route. It's not just gonna be fully Southern and Electro Stars. You know, we're gonna see some 465s here and there, and I hope that also means that we're gonna be able to see the 375 subbing in for the 465 on some Southeastern services. Maybe we'll be able to make some depot moves with the Southeastern trains, but I hope that also means that the Class 166 from GWR is getting ported over to the route and added as a layer. It would be well appreciated And I hope that if they do bring that over, they at least maybe upgrade the 166 a little bit, add some newer features to it, maybe add PIS to it. But yeah, moving on. An ensemble of 29 different stations complete the route, each containing some of the most varied railway architecture of any British route. Well, we can definitely see that from some of the pictures we've already seen. You know, it's different from things we've seen like East Coast Way, Southeastern High Speed, and others. The Brighton Mainline has gradually been modernized throughout its 180-year history, with each generation making its unique mark along the line. From futuristic modern structures like the East Croydon Station to listed buildings such as London Victoria and the Brighton Station, there's plenty for you to see. In addition to the main route, the Reigate Station on the Reigate branch and both Quarry and Red Hill lines will feature, adding more services and variety to an already extensive timetable. Now, what I've seen, I remember someone mentioned it on the forums, the route could have upwards of 800 to 1,000 services. Now, some of you may know HMA, Hauptstadt München Augsburg, that had about 420 something services, and that's including S-Bahn, ICE, regional, and freight traffic. 400 something services, and you already know how well populated that route was. And then we have this one, which is pushing the double that mark, and probably even more if you're taking into account depot moves and stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how extensive the quote-unquote extensive timetable really is. I do like the Reigate branch. I like hearing about the extra branch that was added, and the Quarry and Red Hill lines. If you don't know what the Quarry and Red Hill lines are, it's basically the fast line breaks off from the slow line, and express trains run along the fast line, skip at every station, while local trains run along the slow line. It's pretty simple. It's similar to what happens on Riesa Dresden, where the IC and ICE and freight trains branch off of the main line and run along their own dedicated high-speed line, and the slower local commuter trains run along the slow line and stop at every station along the way. So that's basically what we're going to be getting here in this route. But now we have this picture right here, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding this picture, and I understand the controversy, right? This is the Reigate station on the Reigate branch. It looks nothing like the real life counterpart. I'm going to put a picture of the real life counterpart up on the screen right now, and as you can see, it looks nothing like it. This is a completely different station. It looks honestly like they took a Southeastern high speed station and just plopped it down onto the Brighton Mainline. Now, I don't know if this is because they added the Reigate branch in at a later date or whatever the case is, but this is unacceptable. It looks nothing like the rail station. Completely inaccurate. It reminds me of the Woodside station on LIRR. Completely inaccurate. And it needs to be fixed before release of the game. You know, this is something that takes the immersion away from the player, and it makes the game feel more like an arcade game, not incorporating the real life aspects of train simulation. You know, I really hope that they do fix this. You know, a lot of things that are inaccurate, I can say, is there's no grass on the platform. The platform in real life doesn't even have PIS screens, so I don't know why they added that in the game. The building off to the right, which is the station house, why is that a regular apartment building? That looks like the projects. Why? And then behind, you can see the overpass where passengers can switch platforms, and in real life there is a crossing right there, a railroad crossing for cars to pass through. It's not there. I'm just gonna skip past this so we don't dwell on the inaccuracies of the station, but I did need to point that out. Now, all of the amazing new features Rush Hour has introduced are there for you to enjoy. Our busiest timetable created so far for any Train Sim World route puts you right into the pandemonium of central London rush hour. Higher passenger volumes at peak times bring a constant flow of eager commuters, and bespoke character dioramas enhance already lively stations. And here we have a picture of two Gatwick Express 387s. We can see the 387/213 and 387/221, I believe. Pretty nice, looks well detailed. I like how they changed the PIS screens from how they look on the 377, and they look different on the 387. I also like that they didn't just blatantly copy and paste the 377 onto the 387. You know, you can see the rounded windows here, and the differences on the outside are rather minimal. They're mostly noticeable on the interior of the train, but I do like the differences: the red coloring, the actual Gatwick Express livery, the rounded corners, the different PIS. I believe someone mentioned that there was something wrong with that the spotlight on the top of the train, but I can't notice anything wrong with it. But it does look nice. Rush Hour London Commuter will be arriving soon on Xbox One, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, the Epic Games Store, and Steam. It will be available to purchase separately at launch or get it as a part of the Rush Hour season ticket alongside Boston Sprinter and Risa to Dresden, which are both out now. And that's the end of the article. Oh, I didn't actually see this picture the first time I went through this article. I don't know if this is East Croydon or Clapham Junction. I assume this is East Croydon. Nope, this is Clapham Junction. We can see the sign over there. We got a 377/4, two 377/4s. Real nice, real nice. I like the pictures. I like how we're getting our first looks at the route right now, but the route is definitely unfinished so far. A lot of work still needs to be done to it, and I hope the route is still given the attention it needs. Because this is the most anticipated route as a part of the Rush Hour package, you know? We need it to be fully accurate. We can't have it being semi-accurate, or can't have it being another LIRR or Boston Sprinter where they inaccurately model certain parts of the route. We can't have it be another Risa to Dresden with low performance and just buggy timetable. We need it to be polished upon release, or else the route just isn't going to do too well. You know, the hype's going to be surrounding the route right now, but if it continues like this, not looking too polished or whatever, the reviews are definitely going to start coming in on Steam and on the forums, and it's not going to be a good site for DTG. So I really do hope all of this is fixed, but that's the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, like it, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel out even more, consider becoming a channel member with the link in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.